Welcome to www.claytile.com. Where do you find the best quality glazed thin brick tile? You only have to see the CL Thin Brick collection to experience its simple integrity and superior everything. Take a 40-year-old artisan studio filled with master glaze makers and tile craftsmen. Then ask them to create a glazed brick tile at the top of its game. Along with an honest and recycled clay body, our artisans high fire in small batches, finishing each brick tile with abundant layers of hand-ground glazes. CL creates one of the finest cement tiles in the world, and this quality still permeates a surface which is muted, varied, matte and silky. Cement tile patterns and shapes are already impossible to refuse, but it's the variegated colors that make them one of today's most sought-after tiles for both walls and floors. CL now offers a full range of grout colors, mortar for setting, caulk for sealing corners and the like, as well as several sealant options. These materials are formulated to work specifically with our tiles and to perform at the highest levels. All shipped with your tile order. Why CL is unique. There is nothing more satisfying than to wake up every day of the week and get ready to go to work feeling like you are going somewhere beyond work. CL is a place that allows us to explore our creativity, and it is a place we are constantly working together to change the world into a better and more fabulous world. I am so grateful to be part of an incredible team of smart and very genuine people, all working with the same mission to deliver surfaces that transform your way of thinking and how we see the world. CL is a new searching and shopping experience for anyone in need of classic tile, ceramic tile and artistic tile accumulated from two perspectives, yours and ours. CL tile shoppers are interested in two types of tiles. One, unique tiles created by impassioned artists and artisan studios, and two, classic tiles designed to form heirloom surfaces. We all come to our design selections based on our own design DNA. CL endeavors to fulfill your tile individuality with product that is capable of reflecting your very own style. Who we are. In so many ways, CL is about pushing the boundaries of tile. It's a complete exploration of every aspect of tile, from the way we imagine tiles, pursue artistic collaborations with artists and designers, and even in the way we offer tiles to our clients. We have a profound love for tile, and our endeavors are all about broadening everyone's concept of tiles so that they become less about a clinical and functional backdrop to our lives, and more about an artful, provocative and interactive facet of our surroundings. What we believe, our mantra. Luxury is green. If it's well crafted and artfully designed, it will stand the test of time. We believe in heirloom quality over trend, substance over style, and the transformative, not the mundane. If fashion can be a form of everyday art we coordinate and wear, we believe that tile can also be an everyday encounter with art through a material that protects and decorates the surfaces of our most important investments, our homes and architecture. Our other tile passions? Daily Tile. Visit the CL Facebook page for a daily dose of artistic tile from around the globe. Love tile? Daily Tile is a must-follow. Tiles you'd never imagine. CL Pinterest. The followers of CL's pinboards are treated to one of the largest collections of tile installations for trending tiles such as Moroccan tiles, cement tiles, zellages, etc. It's also a can't-miss for interior design, fashion and art fans. Tile Envy, the book. It's official. Ultra Cool Cicada Publishing has asked to do a book inspired by Tile Envy called Tile Envy. How to order samples. If a sample is not in stock, we can assure you that our artisans are working hard to make more. Our tiles are handmade, so we ask that you have patience with your sample coming back in stock. It will be worth the wait, we promise. The good news is that ordering samples from the website is super easy. 1. Find the product you are interested in and click on it. 2. On the right hand side you will see a request sample button. 3. Put the sample in your cart and check out. Your CL samples will be on their way in 2-3 business days. We do have shipping options if you require expedited shipping. Our website currently does not allow for clients to order samples and place a regular tile order at the same time. If you try to add samples when you have a regular tile order in your cart, a gray box will pop up that says, "Sample tile orders cannot contain regular tile items at the same time." Before you will be able to place your sample order, you will need to either purchase your regular tile order, or remove the regular tile order from your cart and place your sample order. We do offer color chips. If you go to our solid colors collection and click on the color you want, you will be able to request a sample like any other product. Please advise that our color samples are 2x2 and not all color samples are in stock at all times. If you would like multiple samples of the same tile, you will need to add them to your cart individually. Please note that we have limits on the amount of samples you can order. It varies from tile to tile. We developed this terracotta with the desire to reproduce a surface that resonates with the burnished finishes that form the foundations of Belgian interiors. My inspirations for this ran deep, as Belgian design remains a style touchstone for me in nearly every part of my artistic explorations. Fashion Dries Van Noten, interior design Axel Vervoort, and architecture Vincent van Duissen. When people started asking how to source the tiles featured, I launched CL, an online tile boutique. As CL took off, tile envy languished. So it's with some trepidation, though not a little bit of excitement, that I'm attempting a re-entry into my long-ago blog that shared so many of my thoughts and inspirations on the subject of tile. After reading through the Tile Envy archives, the significant reveal is the fact that so many of the tiles that we now sell on CL had their twinkling of an eye in Tile Envy. Now that CL has been 5 years strong, and tiles continue to show up in the most remarkable ways, I am convinced that it's time to talk about tiles again. There's so very much tile ahead of us. Terracotta, or literally earth-fired, is one of the most basic and oldest building materials ever made. Terracotta is essentially clay that has been fired in a kiln until it becomes hard and semi-vitrified, and this material is used to make roof tiles, drainage pipes and floor tiles. As a flooring material, terracotta has had to compete with a massive range of alternatives that are currently available on the market, ranging from ceramics through to travertine, but it would be very difficult to find a material that is quite as living as this one. Spain, Portugal, France, Italy and Mexico are the main countries of origin for most of the terracotta flooring available today, and they supply tiles of numerous colors, shapes, thicknesses and quality. The key to buying the best floor for you is to seek good advice. Despite selling this material, some retailers do not seem to know much about the product, and this leads to poor sales or worse, bad advice, leaving a customer with a floor that is not what they expected. Hopefully this article will help you make an informed choice next time you are considering an investment in a clay floor. As already mentioned, terracotta tiles come from countries with a temperate climate. This is no coincidence because many terracotta manufacturers use the sun as a means of air drying their tiles prior to firing in a kiln. When first made from wet clay, the tiles have to dry naturally before they are put on the kiln. If they weren't, they would simply shatter as the water within them boiled off and expanded. Once the tiles are dry, they can then be fired in the kiln, the time and temperature of which varies upon the type of tile being produced. Essentially there are two basic types of tile, handmade and machine-made, both giving quite different finishes to the floor. Handmade tiles are typically more rustic in their appearance and they display much more texture in their finish, Some may even have paw prints or birds' feet marks in them, where they have been walked on whilst drying outdoors. Handmade tiles are exceptionally good at disguising dirt as their finish is so variegated and they very much lend themselves to installation in a rustic environment such as a barn conversion, etc. Very often, handmade products are made in a more basic way and kiln temperatures are not as controlled as some machine-made products. Some kilns, for instance, are fired by wood and often a brisk wind will draw the kiln flue, creating a fluctuation in temperature within the kiln, which causes uneven firing. A consequence of this is that tiles can be produced that have dramatic color variation within themselves and from tile to tile, and also salt pitting, small pockets of mineral salts that erupt from the surface of a tile ranging in size from a pea up to a golf ball in diameter. Small fissures and cracks in the surface of these tiles is also quite common. Some handmade tiles are thrown in a mold that rests on sand, the wet clay is trimmed to size and the tile is pushed out of its mold ready for drying and ultimately firing. One of the accidental benefits of this technique is that one side of the tile is sand textured and the tiles can be laid upside down to create a more rustic effect during installation if preferred by the client. Machine-made terracotta is a much less labor-intensive process as much of the work blending and cutting the clay is done by machine. This does give a degree of uniformity to these types, and the firing process is usually in electric kilns with a close regulation of temperature that produces a much more uniform and blemish-free product. Be aware that even machine-made tiles can still have minor flaws such as bowing and minor salt pitting, but these really are a characteristic of the material and should be seen as positives rather than negatives. Please visit our site www.clétile.com for more information on custom-made tile.